Questions. The response to the first question is that we have extended the invitation to all the parties in the Progressive Caucus. So we're extending the invitation to the Economic Freedom Fighters, to the African Transformation Movement, which is the ATM, to the National Colors Congress, and then to the African Unity Congress, which is part of the Progressive Caucus. And when they come, we will give them an opportunity to give message of support in the first anniversary of Mkhonto weSizwe, because these are our strategic friends in terms of the agenda that we're in pursuit of in the immediate. We know, as a matter of fact, because we had direct interaction with the leadership of the ATM, that the ATM has definitely confirmed attendance through its entire leadership that is going to come. Not only the leadership of ATM is going to attend, they've also encouraged their members to come and attend the first anniversary of Mkhonto weSizwe. So this is a uniting movement, to the extent that a different political organization even has an elaborate transport plan to transport their members to celebrate the first anniversary of Mkhonto weSizwe. The other question is by when are we going to have a nationwide coverage of branches of Mkhonto weSizwe? So, in the manner that it is now, we are of a firm observation and view that a substantial number of people in South Africa are already mobilized behind the vision and banner of Mkhonto weSizwe. What is to be done now is to organize them into VD-based structures, ward-based branches, and sub-regional structures, regional structures of Mkhonto weSizwe. We can say without any fear of doubt and contradiction that there is not a single VD in the entirety of South Africa where there are no people who are interested in participating actively in Mkhonto weSizwe. So from an aerial mobilization point of view, we have achieved a lot of people, and we know that because from time to time there's inquiries of where to gain access to Mkhonto weSizwe, but also the map of the recent online application for membership have got a proper balance in terms of geographic spread and balance in all parts of South Africa. So what we as the collective of the leadership are going to be doing is to now organize the already mobilized people who are beginning to see the vision and an agenda and political program of Mkhonto weSizwe. And when we do that much more efficiently and responsibly, we can be able to give an account of leadership structures in all the 23,219 VDs of South Africa having leadership structures before the beginning of second half of 2025. Then that will be a machinery bold enough to contest local government elections in all the 4,364 wards, if the demarcation does not change or reduce the number of wards. But we are going to field candidates for 2026 in all the wards of South Africa. And we will be having representatives in each and every VD, because there is widened and far much deeper interest in the politics of Mkhonto weSizwe. And there's a high possibility, which I'm sure we'll see when and it happens, that some of the political parties are going to unify with Mkhonto weSizwe. And that will be communicated when the time is opportune and has been finalized. So major engagements are taking place as to just how do we integrate, how do we constitute one political movement. If you listen to President Zuma and all the addresses that he gave in different platforms in the recent past, everywhere he has spoken, he said that we as the progressive forces, as the oppressed people, let's constitute a platform where we must vote together so that we can achieve the political power which can be utilized for thoroughgoing, radical economic, social, cultural transformation and emancipation of our people. So that is the agenda that we're in pursuit of. And it will be demonstrated practically in 2025 and towards 2026 local government elections. And of course, so when we did the press conference to announce the activities and programs of the first anniversary, we did explain the reasoning as to the host areas for the programs for 2024 for the first anniversary. We chose Mkondo municipality in Mpumalanga because Mkondo Wesizwe received 55% of the vote, if not more. We chose Mandeni representing Ilembe because overall the district of Ilembe, if the 29 May 2024 elections were local government elections, Mkondo Wesizwe will have recorded an outright victory in Ilembe district. And we chose Ekurhuleni because of the 5 regions of Gauteng. Ekurhuleni had the highest percentage of people who voted for Mkondo Wesizwe. And then we chose the province of KwaZulu-Natal because without any iota of doubt, KwaZulu-Natal remains the backbone of Mkondo Wesizwe in terms of the proven electoral support. And of course, we are building from a firm foundation of KwaZulu-Natal to expand similar presence, if not even stronger, in all other parts of South Africa. And logically, when a decision is taken over where else do we have the second anniversary or the third anniversary of Mkondo Wesizwe, it's most likely going to be any other province than KwaZulu-Natal, because KwaZulu-Natal has had the opportunity to host a very important first anniversary program of our organization. So the consideration of the upcoming programs will be other provinces. It might be in the Eastern Cape, it might be in Limpopo, it might be in Gauteng, it might be in the Free State or Northwest, wherever that is going to happen. Now the case of electoral fraud is ready, and cases are not presented in rallies. Cases are presented in courts of law. And in terms of the massive evidence that has been presented to the leadership, we are more than confident that when that is brought before a balanced, free, transparent, and open court of law, there will be a clear illustration that there was electoral fraud which was targeted on Mkondo Wesizwe. It was targeted on trying to dwindle and substitute the votes which otherwise Mkondo Wesizwe should have received in the 2024 elections. And that will be demonstrated in an open court of law by the legal representatives who have been assigned to perform such a function. Now, we have purposefully divorced from the culture of other political organizations of holding a gala dinner before the rally, because gala dinners by their very nature, they finish after midnight. So if you have got an important program which will need your energy the next day, it's not advisable that you have a program the day before which exhausts you until after midnight. So if we have a gala dinner on a Friday or Saturday, it's definitely we're going to pass the midnight period, whether it's the speeches and the interactions and everything else, and then you still expect the same people to go and address a rally the next day. So we then took it differently, that let's attend the rally fresh, the entire leadership fresh, interact with our people, and then the rally is done around 5, 6 in the evening. We've got the whole night to rest, we've got the second day to rest as well. And then the gala dinner is held in the evening of Monday, when the leadership is again fresh to address a full fresh program, and can easily even cross over the midnight button, such that they don't have any other obligations organizationally the day after. So the logic that we got to apply in terms of the programming said that there was no advisability, none whatsoever, to hold a gala dinner a day before, because that was going to exhaust us in terms of what is happening. And there are, of course, people who have made commitments to buy the tables which are on offer. Platinum table where the president will be sitting is priced at 2 million rands. And there is an offer, a firm offer, which is not going to be turned back of someone who has said they're going to purchase that table to support Umkhonto season. And there is many other offers that are coming as well for the other tables that are on offer for the leadership. But of course, we still open for those who want to participate in the gala dinner of the soon-to-be government of this province, if not the whole of South Africa, Umkhonto Season Party. Thank you very much, National Spokesperson.
Thank you, SG. That was a comprehensive response to the questions. Unless if we have any other questions. Yes, we do. One. Amanda again with his dramatic questions. Third question.